We don't dim, we don't shrink, we don't play small. Stand tall, stand proud, let them feel it all. Take up space, step into your power.
Welcome back, continuing our chat with Shari Nycole.
So for me, that was a big thing. So even more than shrinking, because I came out of that within a few years, it was, girl, be mindful of how people are receiving your communication. It's not about your intention. I know that you mean well, but how it's being received is actually just as important. And so that for me is what I've had to really, really work on in the last, I would say, probably 8 years or so. I think I've gotten much, much better because I'm conscious of it, but also I've been in therapy not just for this, but for other things. And so you learn about yourself. You learn to be more self-aware. You learn to self-correct. I wasn't self-correcting when I in my 20s and top of my 30s. I was very defensive. I was like, girl, bye. I'm not, that's not what I'm doing. No, I didn't. But I did that because of that. It was all of that talk. Now I was like, okay.
Hmm.
Maybe
Hmm.
I did say like, okay, I'm sorry about that. Let me go back to the tape and see what let me review the tape and see what happens. But yeah, you have to get to a place no matter what industry you're in, where you can self correct in real time and you can self reflect and be self aware. And if you are not able to do that, you're going to put yourself in more nightmares than sweet dreams. Trust me. And that's something that you can control.
The self-reflection talk is, maybe I wasn't even expecting that, just because that level of understanding of who you are,
Yeah,
I call it goddess energy. I mean, that's really,
absolutely. And it's a
really
journey. It's a journey. It's a
that
journey.
energy is what people need to be pushing forward.
Yeah.
It's all about,
Yeah.
it's great to be aware of who's around you and
Mhm.
how to fit in rooms, but it's even better to know how you can be like a chameleon and
Absolutely.
change your thinking. And it's so many intricacies in your thought process. I just
Mm.
listen to you and I'm like, wow, we have to put on so many hats, but not even the hats
Ooh.
of what we do, but like how we think, because now we're thinking for
Boom.
others. It's like driving.
Yes.
You have to really think about how somebody else is about to crash into you and how you can
Yeah,
move away so you don't get hurt.
for
But you're
sure.
driving for everybody else as
For
well as
sure.
yourself. So it's
For
the same
sure.
concept when you're thinking about people and how to move. And this is why you're so successful, Cherie, because I just,
Oh.
girl, you really think and you really reflect
Mm.
and you put it to action. That is, oh
But I
my
gotta
God.
tell you, it goes back to the community I was telling you about. My friends, they're like sisters to me. They wear me thin. I didn't have older sisters. I'm the oldest. I'm that for my younger sisters. So
Wow.
I have a community of women around me that get me together and that have been doing it for years. I can't escape accountability,
Yeah.
even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Girl, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this?
Mm,
Why are you talking like that? That's negative.
mm,
No, you did say it like this, and I need you to go. Like, this is how I
mm.
get talked to. So I can't escape it. Even I can't, and I can't imagine. I always say people are currency. I can't imagine the person I would be and the woman that I would be right now if I didn't have that. If I didn't have a mother who, like, she has this calm, reserved, what's the word, courage, and um she has a way of communicating to you and about different things where you are forced to really check yourself. She
Mm,
doesn't raise her voice, doesn't
mm.
yell, she doesn't scream, she doesn't cuss, she doesn't fuss. It's very, and you're like, where the, it's very that. It's like I gotta fix myself now. So again, just having that, and then my dad, he's coming into understanding that I'm an adult and we can't be coach to player, and I'm not little kid, so he's working through that, but still having that example
Yeah.
of great parents, I think has helped too. So it's come with a lot of support.
Just tell me, being authentic, because we all know that being authentic and being liked, there's a fine line. And if you say
Hmm.
something wrong or do something wrong, you might be kicked out of rooms. You might not
Right.
get opportunities. So, was there a moment where you had to choose between being authentic and being liked?
Hmm. I think I think it's come with just making hard decisions. Um, when I left TV1, I left with no job. And for me, there was a sense of peace and purpose that I was looking for that I wasn't getting professionally anymore. And I just had to hit a wall. And I knew that some people were going to be shocked, some people were going to be happy for me, proud of me, some people were going to be pissed that I made that decision. And that was kind of the first time in my life as an adult, or really ever, where I didn't care about what people thought.
Wow.
And I do think that when you're an athlete, you're used to this. Yeah. Used to the praise. You're used to being the popular girl at school. You're used to people just letting you be you even when you're terrible. Because, oh, that's just Cherie, but you know. But that was the first time for me. I said, I need to do something for myself. So I think making a choice for yourself can lean into the authenticity sector as well,
For sure.
because you have to know you to do things like that, or at least to know you enough to know this is what I need for myself, and it doesn't matter what other people think about it. And I will say too, when I first left Chicago, I knew that neither one of my parents really saw the vision, and I don't think they agreed with me leaving, especially my mother. And that was my first time stepping out and doing something outside of the box that was Chicago, outside of the box that was being around mom and dad and my family, and
Mm.
dream chasing. Like dream chasing, as I mentioned when we first started talking, now it means I'm not just sitting around the house like Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. No, you got to go. So leaving for the first time and not being certain about my next move, the uncertainty in the faith walk, the uncertainty in dream chasing that a lot of people around you may not understand because they didn't really do it. And it's no shade. They didn't make that effort for whatever reason. People have children young, they may be going through things, they may have parents or siblings they have to take care of, but they just can't do that. And so it was another moment where I said, I know what I want to do with my career, my life, and it's not here right now.
Mm.
So I'm going to leave. And I know you don't approve. And when you come up in a household like mine, you want your parents' approval. You want everybody's. But at that time, I was like, nah. And then what you also do when you move in an authentic space in that respect, and you continue to do it, whether people like it or not, they start to like it. They start to understand, oh, this is just what she does. And so it went
Cool.
from me leaving Chicago and my mom being like, well, all the best, to when I left at LA to go move to DC for TV One, for News One Now, Roland Martin. I didn't have family in DC. I had nothing. I knew no one there. The only person I knew there was the showrunner that brought me over from the job I had at Towers Productions in Chicago. See how that just connects. So I left. I said, okay, time to leave LA. I got arguably the biggest opportunity in my career. I gotta go. And I told my mother, and she said, on to the next adventure. And that's become the theme now. But initially it was, I don't think that's a good idea, but
Yeah.
good luck. So
Yeah.
the whole attitude that people have towards you being you, and moving in spaces and places and in ways that you deem best for yourself, sometimes and oftentimes, especially when you start that practice, if you're not that person that's done it often, it's going to agitate people. And they're probably not going to be the most supportive, but as you keep doing it, first of all, you're going to stop caring about what they think. And secondly, they're probably going to jump on the bandwagon at some point.
That part. That because it's organic. You're not
Right.
forcing nobody to do
Right.
anything, and it's just
Yep.
something that they have to eventually realize because
Hmm.
they don't know what's best for you. That's just
Absolutely.
true. So I'm gonna leave it with some quick fire questions. Just something that I'm gonna say something, and I just want you to think of the first word that comes to mind.
Hmm.
So confidence is
Necessary.
how about that? Success feels like.
Floating.
Hmm, I want to say expound, but no, that's a great answer.
I can if you want me to, but yeah, floating.
I
It's
mean,
like
can you?
floating.
Because I like that so much.
Because it's euphoric, especially when you experience success in arenas where you've worked really, really hard. Um,
Yeah.
I could argue that all of us in some facet of our lives we're sowing seed, and we've been doing it for a long time. And you're many of us are waiting. We're waiting to reap a harvest that we haven't seen yet, or we're looking for a miracle somewhere, based on prayers we've prayed, or work we've done, or whatever. And I think when you finally hit a moment where it's like it's almost like you can exhale. You're floating. And even if it's for just a couple days before the next thing comes about, like it just, wow,
Yeah.
it happened.
So
I
true.
did it, or we did it. It's euphoric when you experience that, and when you get to have that experience in many respects in your life over, and you can look back and say, oh, that was successful there, that was successful there. It's like floating. But I think too, it's important for us to be present enough to float. And I can say when I was coming up as an athlete, especially in middle school and high school, it was like a checklist. Like, okay, we got to go to this school, we got to do this, we got to get these type of stats, then we're going to get this in high school, we're going to start varsity, we're going to break this record, we're going to do this, we're going to go to the Big Ten, we're going to, like, it was laid out. So I was following a plan, but I wasn't necessarily encouraged to be present enough to realize, wow, this is special. I didn't realize that till it was over. So when you can realize your success in real time and be present, it was like floating.
Beautifully said, girl. I love that. I remember that. Okay, so heels or sneakers?
It's always, I call them gym shoes. The Chicago folks call them gym shoes, but for the sake of this episode, I will say sneakers.
Okay.
I collect Jordans. I'm from Chicago. Like, I started playing basketball because of the GOAT himself, MJ. So I have a really nice, fun collection of Jordans. So it's always a gym shoe slash sneaker for me. But when I'm going somewhere, don't get it twisted. I will throw on a nice heel and have a good time. But preferably
Yeah.
for me, especially because I work from home a lot, we
Yeah.
going with the sneakers.
Okay. What size shoe you wear so I can go ahead and
Look,
break the closet?
it's modest though. I'm only a 10 and a half. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
modest 10 and a half. It kind of fits. It's not too bad. It's
Mm,
not too bad. Then
okay.
nothing's bad, but I know the higher the shoe size, the more difficult it is for us to find a good heel sometimes, or that gym or that sneaker that we want. So
Yeah.
I'm right on the cusp right
You
now.
are. You got blessed. To
I
the
got
10s,
blessed on that
10s
end.
and 11s, the first thing that goes out,
Correct,
as you
correct. And
know.
they don't make a lot of them. So they
No.
may make 111, 113, 112,
Hi.
2 11s, and 3 10 and a half. Oh, yeah. I'm used to going in the store and they're like, oh, well, you want to order them? No, I want them today.
Right
Why
now.
don't y'all have enough?
Woof, Lord. It's different if it was a big foot. I mean, you got a normal
Correct.
shoe. This is different. And then the girls and women and men are
Yeah.
taking the shoes. Like
That's
they're
that
gonna be
too.
more.
That too. And I'm in Atlanta, no shade, but they say
Oh,
it all the time. I go in the store, they're like, yeah,
yeah, they
the
do.
queens came in here, honey. They got those. They got them shoes out of here. I said, okay, I'll try another store.
I
So
know,
yeah,
right? Right. So you
yeah,
feel the pain, and
I feel
I
the
just,
pain.
yes, that is definitely something that I know we share. And then one word that describes your journey. Do, do, do.
Unfolding.
Unfolding. Beautifully said.
Yeah.
With that, Shari, I'm going to leave it with just that unfolding so we can continue to watch you unfold. And
Lord willing.
I need you to tell us where we can find you, website information, your social media, please.
Absolutely. You guys can catch up with me a few ways. My website is ShariNycole.net. That's ShariNycole.net. I'm on Instagram at Shari_Nicole. I'm on X at Shari. Let me look at my phone right now. I'm talking to you. I think it's Shari_Nicole, but let me just let me double check. I'm on X, but like I take long breaks, so I just want to make sure. Yep, Shari_Nicole on X.
Okay.
On Threads, I believe I am also Shari_Nicole, but again, I'm sitting right here with my phone. Why not take a look? Yes, Shari_Nicole. And then on YouTube, Shari Nycole as well. So I'm all over the place. LinkedIn, Shari Nycole, and then Facebook, Shari Nycole Media. So
Shari
you can
Nicole.
find out what I'm doing on a lot of levels.
Shari
Tap in
Nicole.
with me.
I love it. Very simple, very
Very
elegant.
simple. Oh, and then TikTok, I'm Shari Nycole, no underscore. There you go.
Okay, okay. We can find you. We just type in your name. That's
That's
what.
all you gotta type. You're gonna see all the stuff. And I have a link tree in my bio on Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram, Shari_Nicole, I have a link tree in my bio and it'll take you to all those respective pages.
Okay. But I just want to thank you for a powerful and pleasurable conversation.
Thank you.
Your time, your voice, and your transparency has been really bar none. I just love this conversation. I could have had it for another hour, honestly. But before you go, I just wanted to tell you that I have a little surprise and that my team is going to be
Uh-oh.
gifting this to you. It's basically an award, and
Okay.
it's an award in celebration of you
Come
because
on, award.
deserve to be celebrated, baby girl. Okay, because you are the shit. And I just wanted you to know that I celebrate you and I thank you, and I just want you to be, celebrated because you deserve it. So that's what I'm. You should know is coming.
Thank
And
you.
also, I'm going to be sending this My Goddess League book along
Come
as
on, book. Come on, book.
signed, sealed, and delivered for you.
Amazing.
And so I just wanted to thank you for that. I want to leave everybody remembering that your voice matters, your presence matters, and you don't need permission to step into who you already are. Welcome to the Goddess League. I will see you all on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.